Welcome to part 2 of my journal in a tin. If you missed part 1, you can find it in the playlist for design team projects below. We decorated an old envelope with mixed media techniques, cut the pages to fit in the tin, and hinged the pages together with fabric. So now we need to decorate the pages. I have chosen this kit from the Digital Collage Club. And in case you're new to the Digital Collage Club, let me give you a quick overview of this membership-based site. I'm so proud to be a design team member for the Digital Collage Club. And so let me share this exclusive membership-based website in case you don't know it yet. It offers an extensive collection of royalty-free digital craft supplies and tutorials. And by signing up for either a yearly or a lifetime membership, you gain immediate access to a rich collection of unique images and resources. New images are added every week, ensuring you always have fresh inspiration for your project. And the best part is you can even sell the craft items you create using these images. So there's 2 membership options available, a 1-year membership and a lifetime membership. With the lifetime membership, you pay once and enjoy unlimited access to all the images and tutorials forever. In the video description box below, you'll find discount codes for both membership types. Please note that if you use these links and codes, I also earn a commission which greatly supports my small creative business as well. Thank you so much if you choose to sign up or have already joined in the past using my link. Just remember to use the provided link to receive the discounts. Thank you for considering the Digital Collage Club and for supporting my creative journey. So I printed 3 of the cabinet cards. This is called Vintage Cabinet Cards Volume 1. I will put the name in the description box. And by the way, you can look at all of the digitals even without being a member. You just can't download them. And I chose these particular pages because I plan on cutting out some of these figures. Like I want to fussy cut around these. So I chose papers where I thought I could more or less easily do that, like this guy, this guy, this guy. And I printed these at 90% because I think the full size would have been too big for my pages. And I think the 90% is going to work great for my size. So I have all of my little people cut out. And I've also inked up the edges. And I want this little journal to also symbolize the element of time. So I have also made these 2 die cuts. I don't remember where this particular die cut is from, unfortunately. I won't use this as a whole. I will cut these up. And I also want to have, again, this mixture of modern and vintage. So I'm going to color these in a very shocking neon orange with this Edding chalk marker. I figure this is the fastest way to color it. Oh my goodness, I just love this neon. On camera, it looks like a regular orange, but in real, it is really this vibrant neon color, and I love it. Such a great contrast to the vintage images. I think these would look even better with embossing glaze or embossing powder on them. My first thought, of course, was clear embossing powder, but why not just be brave and use a colored distressed glaze? This one is Candied Apple. It's obviously a red. I don't have any orange or anything like that. I have a very limited number of glazes, but let's see what the combination of this and this will come out like. So I'm going to use again my embossing dabber. Maybe I'll do 1 first in case it turns out to be a horrible color, which I don't really expect, but you never know. Transferring that onto a clean sheet. Let's see, I'm so curious. So I can already see I missed some spots. So either we will like that once it's heat embossed, or we won't. Then we'll just go in and do a second coat. I actually kind of like that we see the orange bits through it. So we have a nice shiny clock now. And I don't want to go over it again. I wish it showed more neon on camera. But just trust me, it is really a flashy neon. I love this. So I will do the same with the other one, and this time I will actually purposefully leave some spots that I'm not covering with the Distress dabber. So let's switch these again. So this one right here is the one that I just did, and we see a lot more of the orange. I love this. I like this a lot better than this one actually. Another element for time that I want to add to these pages are these vintage clock faces. I printed these at 50%, otherwise they would have been way too big for my little pages. So I'll be cutting all of these out. Unfortunately, I have neither a punch nor a die that fits this size, so I will have to cut these out manually. So I have some of these cut out. I've inked them up with walnut stain. And I also printed some butterflies. These are printed also at 25%. I think these are going to be too big. I think I'll use these, even though they are in color. I think that will work with the other parts. And these are the Shabby Chic butterflies. As you can see, this is printed on a transparency. This is what I use. They're overhead transparencies for inkjet. These are not the cheapest, so I really think about if I want to use them or not. Two tips with these: if you use this kind of overhead transparencies, there is one side you can print on and the other side you cannot. So for this brand, for example, it says that one of the corners of the pages has a rounded corner. I hope you can see that. While all the other corners are not rounded. And when you have this corner on your top right, printable side is facing up. So for my printer, which is an Epson ET5850, an EcoTank printer, I have to turn this on the back side to work. Because if I print on this side, which is not meant for printing, you can also see it's more milky from this side, the ink is never going to dry. I have tried that. It just doesn't work. It's not meant for printing. And the other thing I'd like to mention is when you print on a transparency like this, obviously the ink cannot be absorbed by the transparency at the same speed that it's absorbed like on a normal piece of paper, meaning this needs a lot more drying time. I think it says in the instructions of this particular pack about 15 minutes. I would say at least 15 minutes to make sure that these images do not smear when you touch them. So once those are dry, I will cut out these butterflies as well. And then I think we're finally ready to go. So it's time to bring these little pages to life with some beautiful decorations. These figures frozen in time remind us of the past and the stories that shaped our lives. The clocks I shared earlier symbolize the passage of time, an ever-present reminder of how precious our moments and memories are. Time has a way of capturing our most cherished moments, holding them in a delicate balance between the past and the present. Each tick of the clock is a heartbeat of history, a fragment of a story waiting to be told. Memories are the threads that weave the tapestry of our lives, and preserving them in journals helps keep these threads strong and vibrant, just like in the memory book for my brother I'm currently creating. You can find the link of that playlist in the description box below. So in our busy lives, it's easy to let moments slip by unnoticed, but when we take the time to document and celebrate these moments, We give them a permanence that transcends the fleeting nature of time. Each page of this journal is a celebration of life, a testament to the joy, love, and even the challenges that shape us. By collaging these clocks behind the vintage figures, I'm creating a visual narrative that emphasizes the importance of time and how it weaves through our lives, connecting us to our memories and the people we love. It's a reminder that while time moves forward, our memories allow us to revisit those precious moments whenever we need to. So as mentioned previously, I've decided to give some of these figures transparent butterfly wings. Butterflies are symbols of transformation, growth, and delicate beauty of life. By adding these wings, I'm infusing each figure with a sense of lightness and freedom, symbolizing the ability to rise above challenges and embrace change. Just like memories, butterflies are ephemeral yet impactful, reminding us of the fleeting yet beautiful moments that shape our lives. So journals like this one are more than just collections of pictures. They are repositories of experiences, growth, and connections. They allow us to share our stories with others, to celebrate our lives, and to remember that every moment, no matter how small, has value. Every moment we capture, every memory we hold dear, becomes a part of our personal tapestry. This journal is a tribute to those timeless moments and the beauty of preserving them in a creative, heartfelt way. On another note, I often get comments like the one I'm going to mention here under my videos where I share the making of little journals that have no writing space. So it would be a comment like, "It's a beautiful journal, but what do you do with it?" The answer is that it's perfectly okay for a journal to exist purely for the joy of creating it and for its artistic value. Think of it like a piece of art you hang on the wall. It's meant to be appreciated and enjoyed. But a journal offers something even more special. It's a piece of art that you can hold in your hands, interact with, and feel all the different textures. It's not just a visual experience, it's a tactile one. The process of creating these pages, selecting materials, and arranging them is a fulfilling journey in itself. And when you flip through the completed journal, you get to relive that joy, feeling the fabric, the paper, and the intricate details that make each page unique. This type of journal celebrates creativity and the beauty of handmade art, offering a multi-sensory experience that a static piece of art cannot. For those of you who are still relatively new to junk journaling, don't be afraid to experiment. You probably have more materials at home than you realize. Old magazines, newspapers, fabric scraps, packaging materials, junk mail, buttons, just to name a few. They can all be transformed into beautiful art. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to create a junk journal. It's all about expressing your own creativity and having fun with the process. So in a world where so much is digital, there's something incredibly special about handmade art. It's tactile, personal, and unique. Using digital downloads in combination with traditional materials allows you to create something truly your own. Digital elements provide endless possibilities for your customization and creativity, enabling you to print, resize, and alter images to fit your vision perfectly. So by integrating vintage digital images with modern materials like fabric, heat embossed die cuts, and other contemporary embellishments, you can achieve a beautiful blend of the past and the present. This fusion not only enhances the visual appeal, but also adds depth and texture, making the experience of flipping through the journal, or maybe in our case, pulling out the journal, a sensory delight. Handmade art allows you to tell a story through various layers and textures, creating a piece that is not just visually appealing, but also rich in tactile sensation. The vintage digital downloads offer a nostalgic charm, providing you with a vast array of timeless designs and themes to choose from, while the modern materials bring a fresh, dynamic touch. Combining vintage with modern elements creates a unique contrast that adds interest and intrigue to your work. It's one of my favorite things to do because it highlights the beauty of different eras and styles, weaving them together into a cohesive and captivating piece. This combination empowers you to experiment and push the boundaries of your creativity, resulting in a one-of-a-kind expression that reflects both history and innovation. So I hope this journal inspires you to explore the possibilities of using vintage digital downloads alongside modern materials to create your own unique projects. Embrace the joy of crafting and let your creativity flow, knowing that each piece you create is a one-of-a-kind expression of yourself. So I had an idea of how to attach this last page to my tin without being permanent. I'm going to use my little magnets because obviously the magnets are going to stick to the tin. Yep. So all I would need to do is to glue them onto this last page. And that way I can still remove it. I think 3 should be fine. Actually, I think 2 is enough. I think 3 might even be too much because I don't want to risk the... It's very hard to get out. I don't want to risk this page tearing. Maybe I should just do 1 because these are really strong. But I also wanted to hold enough that when I open it, it doesn't come. No, I think... I'm so torn. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 for balance. Let's see if it works if I just mark them with a black pen so that when we put this in I can see the marks and that way I know where to add the glue. That's the theory. I don't see anything. Actually, they don't need to be on exactly that spot. So I just need to know which side is the side that sticks to the tin. So I'm just going to go like this. Add the magnets there. Of course, now I wiped off black thing. Okay, I can still kind of see it. So one goes there. And one there, and that needs to dry. Maybe I should cover them. I could use part of this vintage paper tape measure. I got this years ago from Instagram. I guess you could search for vintage tape measure. So while that dries a little bit, I want to add one more final touch. Some of these sentiments and sentences 1. Again, I printed these at 25%. I have printed these two. There's also one page that has partly German and partly French, so definitely worth checking out. This is sentiments and sentences 2, and the third page, I believe, is the one with the other languages. So I will cut some of these out and add them to the collages, and then we'll do a final flip through. I'm so excited. So are you ready for the final flip through? Is it a flip through if it's not a journal? It's a flip out, maybe. I don't know. It's a little journal. I'm so happy with it. So let's open the tin. And we see that actually the height works exactly. It's perfect. So let me show you the individual pages. These quotes on these pages cracked me up so much because when you use photos from vintage photos like these cabinet cards, obviously people had serious faces when they were being photographed. It was a serious business, right? You wouldn't just take a snapshot like we do now. And so everybody looks so serious, but the quotes are really funny together with the serious faces, I think. So this one says, "You make the world a better place." And you would think that reading this quote that they would smile, but of course they're not. But in their hearts they are, I'm sure. So then there's this one. Be a warrior, not a worrier. That's a hard one to pronounce. This here is the only one that does not have a quote because we have this number here, and in my eyes that didn't fit. So some of these elements you saw me gluing down, I had in a box that I had forgotten about for over a year, and I was so happy now when I found some of these elements ready to go, because that's something I usually do not have. So that was very helpful and time saving, and also gave me a lot of inspiration because like I love this one here with the tag. Would have never come up with that if that piece wouldn't have been ready to go. So this one says, "You have a beautiful soul." So that one's fine. Then here we have, "I'm here for you no matter what." Again, they're looking very, very serious. Then here we have, "Believe you can and you're halfway there." That works for that one. This one cracks me up the most. It says, "You make my heart skip," and dead serious here. So cute. So that's the last one, and this does not come out unless I actually pull it. So you hear this? The magnets are actually perfect in their strength. So they are letting go, but only if I want them to let go. Otherwise, this book remains part of the tin. So that is the perfect solution in my eyes. I love this so much. I wonder if it needs like a pull thing here. I will think about that. I might add a fun fabric pull tab here. I just love these all together. I love the pop of colors together with the vintage themes. That is totally my jam. I keep coming back to this. So thank you so much for joining me on this fun journey. This is going to get a spot on my little journal shelf. This shelf is kind of getting too small. But for now, I will just place it here. Nobody will know it's a journal unless they open it. How fun. And by the way, if you are interested in seeing a close-up of my journal shelf and the journals that I have on it, please see the video linked below. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.